guys, this is me, Dr. Adira and this side. Welcome or welcome back to Bite Size Industry. Here you guys hear stories instead of boring studies. And if you guys feel bored with your academics and studies, you should directly subscribe to my channel so that you can hear stories and mnemonics and easy way to tackle every difficult subjects. And by the way, happy Ganesh Chaturthi, and it's a very auspicious and a very good day for you guys even to learn a new topic as well. So on top of the enjoyment as well, put a little time for your studies as well because we know the exams are coming near, even AIMS or INICT is near. So you guys should gear up and you should move forward, okay? And before that, I just want to tell you guys like dentistry is something which you need to learn very artistically, as well as we need to imagine things, you need to do many things, imaginary things you need to do. So even while you learn any subjects, you need to be artistic, as well as you need to be grateful that you are learning new knowledge, and that too in a very easy way. Be proud of yourself and believe in yourself. You guys can do it. You'll reach there one day. And let's get started. And I'm not making you guys sit like there and wasting your time. So let's get started. Today my topic is muscles of mastication, which is a very important topic that will be asked everywhere in BDS, even in parents first year if it is in need, everywhere it will be asked. So you guys should know, right? You guys should know where what muscles, what does it function, these are all right. So first, before starting, you know what is the term mastication means. What is mastication? Chewing, right? So when we chew, all these muscles coordinate, okay, and then only this process. It is a very beautiful process. If you imagine, right? If you imagine in a 3D view, it is a very interesting topic. Okay, so right, so before that, I want to tell you a kind of story, and also in mnemonics, I will show you 3D model as well, because in anatomy, always remember you should imagine the 3D view of the skull or the muscles in order to learn that, right? So, first, I will tell you there are four people behind this mastication hall program. Okay, the four pillars, we say the four pillars. So kind of a friends gang, you just imagine. So from the word mastication, which friend named, I'm just telling something so that you can remember the muscle's name. Okay, so which friend named the word mastigation? Mastigation, masseter. Okay, the masseter is the main one that he only did. Okay, we will program this program or this operation name like Operation Sindoor. Okay, you just need to imagine. You just need to imagine. Okay, he named the process mastigation. We guys will do we will coordinate together, and you will kind of a business. Okay, and there is masseter, and there would be a temporary people in every group, that is temporalis, and the main one, that is the pterygoid, which handles everything. He's the main role. He only has the function. He has a function of something which is different from everyone, especially the lateral one. Okay, the pterygoid means he has two subcoordinates, a lateral one and a medial one. The lateral one, always he does a unique function. Okay, he have a unique function which he does by himself. So what is that unique function? Right, so the unique function, all the other muscles except the lateral pterygoid elevates the mandible, elevates. It doesn't depress, okay? It elevates the mandible while you chew. It elevates the mandible, okay? And the lateral pterygoid is the only muscle. This is an MCQ question as well as a YO question. So you should know that lateral pterygoid muscle is the only muscle that depresses the mandible. Okay, so the function is over. You guys learn the function. Now we only need to learn where does it originate, where does it insert in, where from where till where, how does this function, and what is the nerve supply. See, all the muscles, the mastication, are innervated by the trigeminal nerve. The trigeminal nerves we know the trigeminal nerve has three parts, right? In that ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular, I have told it before as well. I will teach you a section for trigeminal nerve as well. So the mandibular portion, that is the V3, ophthalmic, maxillary, mandibular. The mandibular portion is the main nerve that is concerned with the muscles of mastication. Okay, the muscles of mastication. So the whole, if they ask in NEET MTS, no, not only remember mandibular nerve. Okay, mandibular nerve is a branch of trigeminal nerve. So the no mandibular nerve options will be given in the MCQs. With the trigeminal nerve, you need to know. That's why you need to know all the branches of the all the branches. Otherwise, you won't be able to focus. Okay, right. So if I say, now we will move on to the origin as well as the insertion. Okay. So as you guys can see the origin and insertion of every muscles. Here I will show you a table here. So here you can see a 3D view as well as a table here. So first we will refer the table and then I will show that muscles insertion as well as origin in the 3D model. Okay. So right. So here we can see the masseter, the guy who named the robot or the operation. Right. So the masseter muscle. So here is the masseter. I will show you. Here, this is the villain. See, this is the what a beautiful muscle he is. Masseter muscle. He is caudal. See, the mastication process is going on. And this is the masseter muscle. It is a quadrilateral in shape, right? As you guys can see, this is the quadrilateral in shape, this one, right? So you can, this is a quadrilateral, see? Quadrilateral in shape, this is, okay? And this is covering the lateral surface of the mandible. So this is our mandible. This lateral surface, it is covering the entire lateral surface of the mandible. The lateral surface of the mandible, and it is a quadrilateral in shape. Right. So that is the only thing that is you need to remember, and the origin. So just remember, it has three layers. Okay. It has three layers. You know, a person has a superficial character as well as a deep character, right? So the superficial character, just imagine like that, the superficial layer or the superficial character, where does it start? Okay, just remember. And also I want to remind you, always remember the zygomatic arch word in the key word for the masseter muscle is the zygomatic arch. I will highlight this here. Sorry, I will highlight this so that you guys will know, right? This one. This is the main zygomatic arch. This is the main heading that you need to know, okay, in masseter muscle. So here you guys can see, I will draw here as well. Here you guys can see, right? Sorry. 1 minute. So here you guys can see, this is the zygomatic arch. This is the zygomatic arch. 1 minute. Hmm. This one is the zygomatic arch. Zygomatic arch. The zygomatic bone is this one. Okay, the zygomatic arch you need to remember. So from here, this is starting. Which one? The masseter is starting. Okay, so there is a superficial layer, a deep layer, and a middle layer. Just imagine the superficial layer first. Okay, the superficial layer is something which is starting from the anterior portion. This is the anterior portion of the yeah, this is a zygomatic portion, and this is a zygomatic portion anterior part. So from the anterior part, the two-third part of the anterior, the superficial layer start. This one. So this is the anterior portion, and this is the starting of the superficial layer, right? So as you guys can see here, this is the anterior portion, and from the two-third portion, it is starting. Okay, from the two-third portion it is starting, and the middle layer is which one? The middle layer is always for the um this one. I'll show you. You understood the anterior layer, right? I mean anterior two-third, right? Which is the first part. Okay. Hmm. Right. So the second portion, that is the deep layer from the deep surface. See, this is the superficial part, and there would be a deep part for the muscles. The deep part, it will be from the deep portion only, and the middle part, which is the lower. The left after the two-third, it would be the one-third, right? So the one-third, it would be the this one. This would be a one-third. So the one-third portion, which would be the middle layer from the lower border of the posterior zygomatic arch. This one would be the middle layer. So the middle layer, it would be the this one, and the deep layer from the deep surface, and the anterior two-third, it would be the first one, superficial layer. This is the anterior two-third. This is the posterior one-third, which is the middle layer, and then within the deep layer. And where does it insert? So as we talked about the anterior layer, where does it start? It starts from the anterior two-third, right? And where does it end? The superficial layer, where does it end? Into the lower part of the lateral part of the ramus of the mandible. Now I will show you guys. Key, this one, right? As I showed you, it starts from the zygomatic arch, the anterior two-thirds. From here, it does it start. And where does it insert? Into the lower part of the ramus of the mandible. See, everything, almost every part of that muscle exits into the ramus of the mandible. So, in the insertion portion, you need to remember the ramus of the mandible. Okay, the ramus of the mandible. So, where does it insert? See, into the lower part of the lateral surface of the ramus of the mandible. So this is the lateral, this ramus of the mandible. You know there's a body ramus of the mandible, right? So this ramus, its lower part, the anterior part, get attached to, and the deep surface into the rest of the mandible, and the middle part always lies, remember, in the central portion. See, here you guys can see this is the central portion, right? So it inserts into the central part. As we can see from the posterior, it attaches and then into the central part. Okay. So that's it. Over. Done. Masseter is done and dusted. Okay. So masseter is over. You guys can remember now once more. Masseter. Once more. Can you remember? Masseter is the main muscles. What are the points to remember? It is a quadrilateral muscles, and it covers the lateral surface of the ramus of the mandible. All the trigeminal, all the muscles are innervated by the trigeminal nerve, which where the mandible nerve is a part of that. So the mandibular nerve is concerned with the innervation here. So especially the masseter nerve that we will learn here, which is a part of the mandibular, which is a branch of the mandibular nerve. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, don't get confused. I will make you remember. Masseter muscle, the first thing to remember is the zygomatic arch. Zygomatic arch consists of the anterior two-third and then the posterior one-third. Okay, and this, a person have a superficial character as well as a deep character. The superficial one, it always starts from the anterior two-third, and and it inserts into the lower part of the ramus. And the posterior one-third, which is the middle part, and it exits it in, inserts into the central part of the ramus. Okay, and then the middle portion, where does it start? Sorry, not the middle portion, deep part. It in the deep part of the this one, zygomatic arch, and then where does it insert? Into the rest of the mandible. Whatever space is left, he just goes there. Masseter is over, done. And now we move on to the next muscle, that is the temporalis muscles. Where is the temporalis muscle? Here is the temporalis muscles. Show you here. This is the temporalis muscle. Can see this is a fan shape that the Chinese one is now. That is the temporalis muscles. Okay, and the temporalis muscles. Where is the temporal fossa? See, I will show you one thing. One I will show you. You need to know what is this temporal fossa, infratemporal fossa anal. Okay, temporal region and infratemporal region. Anyway, you need to know. See, this portion now. This portion is the temporal fossa. This one. And if there is a, this is a zygomatic arch now. So inside of this is the, till here it is a temporal fossa, and inside of that this is the infratemporal fossa. Temporal fossa and infratemporal fossa. Here is the temporalis muscles, kind of a fan shape. Okay, fan shape. Now we will learn temporalis. Always remember fan shape and it fills the temporal fossa. Okay, this temporal fossa is filled by the temporalis muscles. Okay, and excluding the zygomatic bone, obviously. Then fascia, you all know muscles, temporal fascia. Now. And where does it starts? As we told, from the temporal fossa, it starts, excluding the zygomatic arch and the temporal fascia. It starts from here. From the temporal fossa, it starts. And where does it end? It ends into the. Here you need to remember one word, which is the coronoid process. Here you need to learn the temporal fossa, temporal fascia. Here you need to know the coronoid process. Here you guys can see. If I show you, here is the mandible, right? If I make this height, here you can see now. This is the coronoid process. This is the coronoid process, right? I will show you. See, sorry. See, this is the coronoid process, right? So where does it insert? So this is the temporalis muscles. Here it comes and here it inserts into, right? Here it comes and here it inserts into this. I will show you once more. Here it comes and here it is the coronoid process and whereas it inserts. So temporal muscles, temporalis muscle, it inserts into the margins and the deep surface of the coronoid process. Right. So and also where is that? This is the border, anterior border of the mandible. And it also continues and inserts into the, here you can see it inserts into the anterior border of the this one. This is the anterior border of the ramus of the mandible, and here also it inserts the temporalis. This is the coronoid process as well as the anterior border of the ramus of the mandible. Over. Now, um, we learned the insertion. Okay, we learned the origin. Okay, and all the functions are the same. Elevates only everything as I told. Only the pterygoid, lateral pterygoid is the only muscle which depresses it. Okay. And coronoid process as we told. So original insertion is the main thing. And all the others, nerve supply will make you run last. Okay. Now we will move on to the next main character, that is the lateral pterygoid muscles. So if we talk about the lateral pterygoid muscles, here I will exit the draw and you guys can see where is the lateral pterygoid muscles. I will show you inside. Where is the lateral? This is the lateral, not this one. This one is the lateral pterygoid muscles. Okay, this is the lateral pterygoid. This is not this. Right. Right. See, this one is the lateral pterygoid muscle. Okay, this is the lateral pterygoid muscles. Before the lateral pterygoid muscles, I want you guys to know which is the sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone is known as the dirty bone, where you see a wing shape, this inside one. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. This one is the sphenoid bone, right? This entire thing. Okay, this entire thing. So, if you remember this and 1 minute, 1 minute. Right. So I will show you what is the sphenoid bone structure. I think you guys would have learned in osteology part. I will once again remind you all. See, this is the sphenoid bone, this green color, the entire one. Okay, and the wing kind of in top of that it is the lesser wing, and the below part, which is this one, is the greater wing. It is marked here, right? This is the greater, the नीचे का portion है वो है greater wing of sphenoid. Okay, greater wing of sphenoid and lesser wing of sphenoid. Always imagine that. Okay, now it is done, right? So yeah, exit the draw. Now we will see, right? Now we will see the where does this start. Always remember in lateral pterygoid you need to remember the sphenoid bone. Sphenoid bone. Okay, the sphenoid bone. As I told, there is a fossa. This is a temporal fossa, infratemporal fossa. So this is the infratemporal portion, right? Okay, from the infratemporal portion, from the infratemporal. This is the infratemporal fossa, right? Where is the infratemporal fossa? In beneath this, between this zygomatic arch, means here. If you put two fingers like this, imagine it like that. So here, if you see, the lateral pterygoid muscle also consists of upper. See, I told that is the main character. So it also has a subdivision, the upper head as well as the lower head. Okay, the upper head portion. Where does it start? It is a small portion, and it starts from the infratemporal surface. Okay, from the infratemporal surface. So this entire thing here region is the infratemporal fossa. So from the infratemporal surface, if you see this, the infratemporal surface, it inserts into the deep margins of the neck of the sorry, not deep margins, in the pterygoid fovea of the which one? Neck of the mandible. Okay. See, I will once again explain. See, lateral pterygoid muscles is the main muscle, okay? And this lateral pterygoid, from the word, that is the main character, right? So, as I told, there is an infratemporal region, right? An infratemporal region, okay? And you know that is the main character. And it only depresses the mandible. It consists of an upper head as well as a lower head. It has a subdivision, okay? It is the main portion. So, the upper head, where does it start? The upper head, it starts from the infratemporal surface. Okay, the infratemporal surface means this area. Okay, and that is this inside this area, as you can see. And the crust of the sphenoid bone, the crust. So this sphenoid bone, as I told, this one. So this is the wing kind of the C, and this is the crust of the sphenoid bone. Okay, and where does it inserts into? It inserts into the neck of the mandible. It inserts into the neck of the mandible. See, here you guys can see now this lateral pterygoid muscle. If I eliminate this, you guys can see this is the neck of the mandible. Okay, this one, the TMJ portion, I will draw. Wait, see, this is the neck of the mandible. So this is a pterygoid fovea, and this pterygoid fovea, this inside portion, where does it inserts? This one, the lateral pterygoid, it inserts into the neck of the mandible. Okay, the neck of the mandible, you need to remember that, right? And also the anterior margin of the articular disc. See, this is the TMJ you can see. Okay, this is the TMJ you can see, and also you can see the articular disc, right? So आर्टिकुलर डिस्क का जो एंटीरियर मार्जिन होते हैं, ये हमारा आर्टिकुलर डिस्क का एंटीरियर मार्जिन है. तो एंटीरियर मार्जिन ये वाला, तो ये इसमें आके ये अटैच हो जाते हैं, इंसर्ट हो जाते हैं. जैसे हमारा ये वाला आर्टिकुलर डिस्क है, तो उसमें आके ये अटैच हो जाते हैं. एक और बार बता देती हूँ. लैटरल टेरिगॉइड, अपर हेड, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर. ओके, स्फीनॉइड बोन का क्रस्ट से ओरिजिनेट कर देते हैं. ऐसे विंग्स होते हैं, क्रस्ट से ओरिजिनेट कर देते हैं, और वो नेक ऑफ द मैंडिबल में अटैच हो जाती है, ये वाला. ठीक है, और सॉरी, दिस वन, दिस इज द neck of the mandible, right? So in the neck of the mandible, and this is the articular disc, and articular disc का जो और जो टीएमजे कैप्सूल पे दिख रहा है, उसके जो एंटीरियर पोर्शन है, वहां पे आके अटैच हो जाते हैं हमारा लैटरल टेरिगॉइड मसल. डन, नथिंग इज देयर, डन. डिप्रेसेस द मैंडिबल. मैंडिबुलर नर्व का जो भी ब्रांच है, उसका एंटीरियर डिविजन ऑफ द मैंडिबुलर नर्व सप्लाई कर देती है. वो तो यू विल लर्न. Right, lateral pterygoid muscle is done. This is the main muscle you need to know. Lateral pterygoid muscle. Where does it start? From the crest of the sphenoid bone to the neck of the mandible, and also the anterior portion of the articular disc, anterior margin of the articular disc, as well as the TMJ. Also, capsule also it gets inserted. Okay, and also in the higher level it gets attached. Right. Now we will go on to the medial pterygoid muscle. See, ये है हमारा medial pterygoid muscle. ठीक है, ये वाला कौन सा, ये हमारा ये ब्लू कलर है हमारा मीडियल टेरिगॉइड मसल, ठीक है। ये मीडियल टेरिगॉइड मसल जैसे हम दिख रहे हैं, तो फर्स्ट हमने मैसेटर मसल हमने देख लिए थे, तो we told that is also quadrilateral. Almost that same shape, it is the same for the medial pterygoid muscles. You can see this is the lateral portion and the medial portion, it would be the same shape. Okay, just remember it like that. Okay, medial pterygoids. It also has a superficial head as well as a deep head. Only the lateral pterygoid has an upper hand. So upper part, okay, just remember it like that, and the lower part, okay. And the middle pterygoid also has a main role. It also has a superficial and a deep head. The superficial, where does it start? See, हमारा जो maxilla को जो भी portion है ना, maxillary tuberosity, ये उसी हमारा ये देख सकते हैं कि ये हमारा मैक्सिलरी जो टिब्रोसिटी है ना, उसमें से स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, ठीक है। उसमें से स्टार्ट होके ये रीड कर लेना, टिब्रोसिटी ऑफ द मैक्सिला, ठीक है, एडजॉइनिंग द बोन, वहां से स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं। फिर कहाँ के पे जाके एंडर मतलब इंसर्ट करते हो, roughened area on the medial surface of the ankle of the mandible. I will exit this. You will see where does it insert. We know the masseter muscles inserts into the lower part, right? And the lateral pterygoid inserts into the neck of the mandible. But the medial pterygoid inserts into where? The medial part of the ankle of the mandible. See, this is the ankle. Ankle means this portion where you can see this portion, corner. So, वो ankle, medials, it starts from the maxillary tuberosity and it inserts into the ankle. From the maxillary tuberosity to the ankle of the mandible. That is the medial pterygoids. Okay. Here the word to remember is the ankle of. It elevates the mandible, it depresses. Now the medial pterygoids you can. Okay. Then see how it works when this moves. Right. How does this work? See, the lateral pterygoid is the only one which depresses the mandible. You can see the masticatory process. Right. So this is it. This is the muscles of mastication. You wanna revise it once again? Okay, we'll revise it. Right. So there are four main pillars. Just remember, close your eyes and just imagine this entire diagram on your mind. And your skull as well. The same skull is only here. You have your own case here. Imagine it in that. Okay. So yeah, first one is the main. Who named the program? Who is it? The messenger. Mastication. The messenger muscle. So when we remember the skull, okay, our skull, it is quadrilateral in shape. It covers the lateral surface of the mandible. It covers the lateral surface of the mandible. Which one? The masseter muscle. Right. Now we will learn where does it start and where does it end. Okay. And we know a person's character consists of a superficial character as well as a deep character. So the superficial character, where does it start? And the key word to remember here is the zygomatic arch. We know the zygomatic arch consists of an anterior two-third as well as a posterior one-third. So the anterior two-third, it is the main one. The superficial part starts from the anterior two-third, okay? And the posterior one-third, the middle portions, the middle portion starts from there. Okay, the deep surface and the deep surface only. Okay. And where does it insert? It inserts, where does the anterior two-third part, that is the superficial part, where does it insert? It insert into the lateral surface, that is the lower part of the lateral surface of the mammoth of the mandible. And the middle part, we know it inserts into the central part of the mandible only till here. The first part, superficial part, insert in the lateral surface of the mandible lower part, and the deep part, which is the deep part over. The second muscle is the which one? The masseter, the temporalis. So the temporalis muscles, as we saw, it covers the entire temporal fossa. It is a fan-shaped muscles, and it origins from the temporal fossa and the temporal fascia of the this one, and then it inserts into where does it inserts? We know the this one, okay, and there would be a coronoid process here. So where does it come and insert? Into the coronoid process. Okay, the coronoid process. The temporalis muscles inserts into the coronoid process, and also a slight bit extends into the anterior border of the rams. Done. As we can guys can see the ramus of the mandible, everything you can imagine, coronoid process you can imagine, right? Want I will show you once again. See, coronoid process you can imagine it get attached. That's it, right? Now the next one, it is the lateral pterygoid muscles, which is the only muscle that is concerned with the depressing function of the mandible in the masticatory process. So this is the main part. So it has an upper hold. So it consists of an upper part and a lower part. The upper part, where does this start? The lateral pterygoid upper part, where does it start? It starts. So lateral pterygoid muscles, what do you need to remember? The sphenoid bone, the dirty bone. It consists of a lower wing and it consists of an upper wing. Greater wing. So the greater wing, it consists of a greater wing, and from the greater wing it starts the infratemporal surface and the crest of the sphenoid bone. It starts greater wing of the sphenoid bone. And where does the lower head starts? Lower head starts from the lateral surface. See, this is the sphenoid bone, this wing, right? So the lateral surface of and the sphenoid wing consists of the this I didn't say, right? The pterygoid plate. See this plate you can see like this now, side of the sphenoid bone. And from this pterygoid, this one, I will show you this one, okay? And this is the pterygoid plate, right? So the lateral pterygoid muscle starts from the lateral portion of the pterygoid plate. The medial pterygoid portion starts from the medial part of the pterygoid plate. That is the deep head, okay? Okay, medial surface of the pterygoid plate. So where does this insert? The upper portion inserts into the upper portion. Where does this insert? Imagine the lateral pterygoid plate. Okay, it inserts into the condyle, neck of the condyle. Okay, and also what did we learn? The articular disc we learned, the masticatory movement, and also the anterior portion of the articular disc. Okay, and now we move on to the middle pterygoid muscles. Middle pterygoid muscle is something which is concerned with the, which has a part of the, which has a shape of a quadrilateral, the same as kind of a masseter. Okay, and also it consists of a superficial head as well as a deep head. The superficial head, it consists of what? Sorry, where does this start? Maxillary tuberosity. That is only what to remember. Where does this insert? Ankle of the mandible. Ankle of the mandible. Deep head, medial part of the pterygoid plate. All the nerves are supplied by the trigeminal nerve. Basotric nerve is for the masseter. Temporal branches of the mandibular nerve, that is for the temporalis. Lateral pterygoid is for the anterior division it comes, and medial pterygoid is belong to medial pterygoid. So that was it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning the muscles of mastication. So when you guys chew, I hope you guys remember this, and it will be a very exciting, process to learn, and learn it very, enjoy it and then learn. So it will be a very, it will remain in your head for a, retain in your head for a very long time. So yeah, I hope you guys will learn all this, and I will pray for you guys to get a good rank and secure a good seat. We will work together, right? So meet you in the next class. Till then, God bless you all guys. Take care.